Welcome to the Zakynthos podcast. Your host is Zakynthos. I haven't done a podcast in a while. Welcome people, new viewers, old viewers. Hello to everyone. I will talk about news, politics, gaming, sport. I will cover every gamut. I'm back, baby. My name's Zakynthos and I hope you enjoy the show. Hello to everyone. Mary, Dion, Nick, Harold, everyone else, and my beloved supporters out there. Now, let's get on with it. Let's not waste time. What is happening in Syria is very drastic. Things don't look good. 800,000 Syrians have gone to Germany. They've crossed the border through Greece, Macedonia, Slovenia, and God. What's happened, right? Syria has become a war-torn country. Why? Because there are political agendas. Every person wants their piece of the pie. And not necessarily the oil pie. I don't think there's much oil. They're more for strategic. So, the problem is, hang on, bear with me here. I'll just get my train of thought together. Bashar al-Assad is still in power. Barack Obama, do we criticize him? Do we not criticize him? They should have drawn a line in the sand 2 or 3 years ago and said to Assad, who is the dictator in Syria, out, get out. You're not going to get out. We come in, we remove you forcefully through the mandate of the United Nations or through NATO. He's still there. Now you've got ISIS. ISIS is in there. The rebels that are against Syria are in there. The Kurds are in there. Syria is on the border with Turkey. This war-torn country has become a battle zone. So many people have fled. 1.4 million people have fled from Syria to Lebanon. 800,000 have gone, I think, through Germany, through Slovenia, Croatia, Greece, through there, even through Italy. And it's not a laughing matter. I'm laughing, but it's not a laughing matter. To see these people, they don't know where to go. It's horrific. If you see the buildings there, they've been shelled. It's mind-blowing. And so, it's just, I don't know, I mean, what do you say? And now you've got the elections in America next year. Barack Obama finishes his second term. After that, no more terms. You can only do 2 terms. I think it'll be between Trump and Hillary Clinton. Now, there are some on the Republican side. There's 8 of them. They want to carpet bomb Syria or carpet bomb ISIS. They want to destroy ISIS. One of them said, we're going to kill the bad guys. Huh? Who are the bad guys? We could take them out by killing the bad guys. It's not a mafia film. You fuckhead. Ted Cruz, you're a stupid Republican. Ted Cruz, one of the Republicans, we're going to carpet bomb him. Well, what is this? What, like in Vietnam? No. So, how do you destroy ISIS? You can't destroy ISIS. It's not that simple. If you kill the head of one ISIS member, 5 other heads pop up. It's like Hydra in Captain America or the Winter Soldier. It's like an octopus. You cut off the head, 5 other heads appear. ISIS came about because the Americans invaded Iraq 10 years ago now. They invaded Iraq, this is what happened. The Russians said to Bush and Cheney, don't invade Iraq. The Chinese said to Bush and Cheney in America, don't invade Iraq. You've got John Howard, the fuckhead, and whoever else, Tony Blair. Yes, let's invade. Let's take down this dictator who is a Saddam Hussein. Why? What did he do? He's a dictator. You, Bush and Cheney, are not dictators in America? What makes you Americans better than the Iraqi people? Oh no, we're going to liberate them from what? Because they've got oil, money. Harold knows this. There's a film called Time Cop, Dion, Nick and Mary. Excellent film. You know what the bad guy said in Time Cop? You don't need the press. You don't need endorsements. You don't need the truth. You need money. Money, 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 money. Money. So that's what it is. And it's all about money. Money. Who has more money? Who has less money? If you have no money, you're a clown. Yeah, so... And it's just... It makes you wonder, I mean... Okay, they invaded him, they deposed Saddam Hussein, but what happened? And I remember this clearly in 04 and 05. There were car bombs, there were bombings every day. IEDs, mines everywhere, car bombs and mines, soldiers stepping on mines. Iraq became war-torn. The American soldiers there taught the Iraqi soldiers. But now the conflict has shifted from Iraq to Afghanistan. The Americans sit in Afghanistan because of Al-Qaeda. We now sit in Syria. There are 5 or 6 different factions, and I mentioned it at the start of this show. The Republicans, they want war. You're saying Zakynthos must be joking. Oh, come on, Nick, you must be joking. No, it's true. They want war. War means money. The contractors, the people that build machines, this, that, build rockets, build semi-automatic weapons, they spend money. The Republicans like people that spend money. War brings money. So, yeah, just bear with me. Anyway, so they bring in, that's the thing. So the Republicans just want war. Some of them, not all of them. More. And the Americans, the government, was it just 2 or 3 weeks ago, we're spending $30 billion next year on more bombing. How much of Syria can you bomb? Even the Turk, Cenk was saying on the Young Turks, a YouTube channel that I watch, and I get a lot of my info from, we've bombed them 9,000 times. How many more times can you bomb them? And this is what the Turk was saying. When you bomb Syria, or you think you're bombing ISIS, you're bombing the civilians, the outskirts of it. They say, the Americans will tell you it's targeted bombing. They wish it's targeted bombing. Yeah, bulk. They hit civilians as well. Not that they're trying to hit civilians, but it's known as casualty of war. So the ISIS tell the civilians, look, the Americans hate you, they're bombing you. So the Syrians are going, we hate Americans, we do because they bomb us, you're right. The Americans are causing an uprising. And the other thing about what the Turks are saying, Saudi Arabia is one of the richest countries in the world. They haven't done jack shit to help the Americans. America has Muslim allies, Turkey and so forth. And that thing where the plane flew over, the Russian plane, where the Turks thought it flew over Turkey, where the geographical map clearly states, it shows that the Russian plane never flew over, and the Turks knocked it out. But that's another story for another show, maybe. Let's move on to the world of sport, soccer, and maybe AFL. One of the coaches got sacked. Now, you're probably thinking, everybody watching that, what's the big deal? A coach got sacked from a soccer team, nothing new happens every 3 months, every 6 months. But the difference at Chelsea is this man was sacked the second time. This was his second stint at Chelsea. Now, Zakynthos or Nick, so what? This is where it gets interesting. There's a theory, and I was watching the World Game, and Craig Foster was saying this, his name is Jose Mourinho, wherever he goes, he'll win titles. He must have 6, this guy's one of the best coaches in the world. But once he goes beyond the 3-year term, everything goes south of the border, everything goes sour, a bit of abuse. Let's go through the history. Maybe 2004, this coach coached Porto, and they won not the Champions League but the UEFA Cup and the league title. Then he went to Chelsea. Now Porto he left because he was dragged from there because Europe wanted a top coach and they got him from Portugal. So Chelsea said, let's get this guy. In 04 and 05, Chelsea won the 2 titles, but then they sacked him. In the 3rd or 4th year, Chelsea didn't do too well, and the Russian owner, Roman Abramovich, sacked him. And there was a bit of abuse down the tunnel, and he was on his way. I think then Mourinho went to Inter Milan, won a title. 3 years later, he's gone from there. Mourinho coached Real Madrid after that for 3 years again. So that number 3, lucky number for me, not lucky for some others, not lucky for him. And bear with me again because I'll just take a breather. So that's the thing. Unlucky number 3 for him. The World Game, SBS in Australia, they believe Mourinho can't. He does his very best work in the 1st or 2nd year of the club, but once the 3rd or 4th year comes, things go south. He can't then lift the club up again. Interesting, isn't it? You may see other coaches like a Ferguson who's there for 26 years at the one club, Arsene Wenger at Arsenal, he's been there even longer. Wenger at one stage almost got the sack 3 years ago because you don't win this, you don't win that. That's the thing. In AFL, coaches get sacked. I mean, what do you say? What do you do? Neil Craig was there 1 year too long. That's how it is. So that's what I wanted to talk about. And the other topic about soccer is this thing with FIFA. I saw a headline now that Sepp Blatter is banned or something and he's going to challenge it. Look, dear person, fuckhead, you idiot Sepp Blatter. You were president of FIFA. You guys were caught out. You, Michel Platini, all of you, putting bets under the table, making Australia pay a $45 million World Cup bid 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, and that World Cup bid, England were robbed of it. Russia have got the World Cup in 2018 and Qatar have got it in 2022. But this is the funny part, Dion. Qatar, it's very hot over there. And one of the FIFA people said to Qatar, look, want to be a bit warm over there? One of the Qatari people from the Qatar bid said, we're going to have air conditioners. Hello, Sherlock. What, you're going to have a roof over the head with an air conditioner? What about a thing called humidity? You're going to have 30, 40,000 people in a stadium, they'll be all like, they're going to die. They're going to die of the heat. They're going to die of exhaustion. And watching Lego teams like I don't know, Greece playing, you'd want to kill yourself. You love the potato peteño. So, I mean, this is the problem. And the Department of Justice and the FBI have raided the offices of FIFA in Switzerland. They've indicted, now this was months ago anyway, they've indicted 8 people. What do you say? I mean, it's just ludicrous. It's not what anybody. It's not what anybody expects. Yeah, so I mean, this is the other. Now, can I expand more on this topic of FIFA? I can't really. The FIFA board is made up of a 24-man executive committee, and my mum heard this on the radio a year ago. Harold knows this story, where there was money put under the table. For Qatar to get it, people were paid off. They were bribed. the politicians in America bribed by big companies, oil companies, whatever. But that's just swept under the carpet. At FIFA, though, people were bribed. That wasn't swept under the carpet. That's the difference. And give America credit. The US Department of Justice came in and the FBI came in. They're the ones that run the show now. They've cleaned it up. And it looks like one of these executives at FIFA are going to get prison time. And they have to get prison time. FIFA is made up of 208 member countries. A lot of Tsoklanya and juniors play, especially in Sydney. In Sydney or New South Wales, if you knew how many girls, females alone play soccer, it's unbelievable. So yeah. And then you've got a thing called esports. And as you know, my love is for Dota. But anyway, that's just a PC gap. It's hard to believe that money is pumped into not just normal sport, physical athletic sport, but even into electronic sport, like a computer game. Dota, Counter-Strike, League of Legends. Dota, or Defense of the Ancients, a computer game, a map, 5 against 5, it's on a map. In July, they had a tournament, they call it TI5, it's the World Cup, so it's their 5th World Cup. Every July happens or August. $18.5 million in prize money was raised. People could buy this booklet thing, compendium, $10, $2.50 of that goes to the prize pool. So this electronic gaming company called Valve that owns Steam, where you can buy PC titles online through Steam, they must have made $40 million in revenue in that 1 month alone. But, so, I mean, that's what happens. A lot of money pumped in. The A-League, I've been watching the A-League a bit. I've watched a lot of Adelaide United. And Harold knows where I'm going with this, and everybody else. We're all knowledgeable about this topic because we all watch Adelaide United. Bruce Gite, Jeremy Jego, out. The two of them have to go. They have to go because these guys, we have the worst striker in the league, worst midfielder in the league. And because we played Blue Bruce from the start, it's going to cost us. It cost us big time, mate. I mean, just no idea to play as a target man. I've watched other teams in the A-League, they don't concede hardly any goals. Adelaide United before half-time, we were 1 or 2 goals down. Now the last 3 games we've done not bad. But the problem is we've had such a bad start to the year. It's ridiculous. And, you know, if me and 50 others can see that Bruce and Jego are shit at soccer, how come this Spanish coach can't? This Spanish guy who played for Barcelona, you can't tell the good from the bad? It's ridiculous. God, I'm sick of these Indian bitches on their mobiles, honestly, and they just make me so sick to my stomach. You die without your mobiles, you stupid scruffes, eh? Anyway, that's life. And, it's... You know, I watched Sydney, I've seen Melbourne Victory play a couple of times. It's very funny. Like, they've got good players in the teams, like Sydney've got Brosk and Holosko. They've got Schmeltz and Matt Simon on the bench. Who have we got on the bench? 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds. And Adelaide United won't play them. Why? Because they don't have experience. I'm gonna give my theory on soccer. And hopefully the Spanish guy takes it on board. If there is a youngster there, keep playing him. If he has any potential, I'm not saying just chuck them in for the sake of it. You can't do that. Like KG Cunningham said, you have to earn your spot in the team. But at the same time, how can you earn your spot in the team when you've got these crowd that they just won't give time? They won't get used, they won't get dropped, they won't get fired. They keep playing and playing. They can't keep playing. It's unfair. It's unfair to people who turn on the TV to use the to use the electricity to watch the game at home when they could be playing Dota, and to those actually travel to the ground, sit in the heat, have to harness the power of the rain on them if it does rain, to watch two Kreata. For me, every time Adelaide United play, we are playing with 2 men less. Or when Jeggo plays, we're playing a man down. So it's amazing that we're actually not bottom of the ladder. And, you know, I mean, for me, if there is a youngster, play him. Because if he's 18 or 19, you keep playing him. When he turns 23 or 24, he'll become a good player. I don't know, I mean, is it just me or... Yeah. Yeah, I'm just having a slight pause. What's happening in the world of computers? Well, esports, a lot of money's been pumped into that, into electronic gaming. You have professional gamers, and some of them in China earn quite a bit of money, maybe $100,000 or $200,000 a year. There's a lot of people that play League of Legends. These games like League of Legends and Dota are free to play. But let's talk about virtual reality. Come January, February or March, Facebook will come out with their Oculus Rift, their virtual reality device. Steam will come out with their HTC Vive. Sony have got their Project Morpheus, which I think they just call virtual reality. And what do you do? It's just